All right, everyone survived, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. So we always like to start out with some statistics for the weekend. First of all, we had 69 volunteers, 7 organizers, approximately 20 nonprofit representatives, so about 96 people were involved here this weekend. For the weekend, those volunteers volunteered approximately 1,435 hours with an approximate value of $170,000. Divide that up with our 10 nonprofits, it's about $17,000 per nonprofit. So, Jason, Matt, Mike, no, Tim. Where's Matt? We had a surprise this week, yesterday. Yeah. So this was our 10th anniversary, our 10th annual GiveCamp. So Bob Coley, who's been a good friend of ours, comes every year, met a lot of you yesterday, gave us a proclamation from the Ohio Senate honoring our 10 years of GiveCamp. So I'm going to read it to you. It says, on behalf of the members of the Senate of the 133rd General Assembly of Ohio, we are pleased to pay tribute to Southwest Ohio GiveCamp on the celebration of its 10th anniversary. For the past decade, Southwest Ohio GiveCamp has made numerous significant technical contributions to area nonprofit organizations and has earned the well-deserved respect and appreciation of all those it has served. The fine reputation that this noteworthy endeavor has gained is a credit to its many dedicated sponsors and volunteers, for they have given willingly of their time, energy, and abilities to make the group a dynamic force in the community. It is through the work of such institutions as Southwest Ohio GiveCamp that our state has become reputable for seeking meaningful initiatives that will benefit society by providing the resources for nonprofits to establish websites or apps that will assist in increasing their outreach capacity. This venture has set high standards of service and can look with optimism to continuing its tradition of excellence into the future. Thus, with great pride, we applaud Southwest Ohio GiveCamp on its 10th anniversary and salute those who have contributed to its success. So I read that because you guys have all who have contributed to its success. So I really appreciate that it says all the volunteers and stuff in there, because that's how we've been successful for 10 years. So thank you to all of you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
So having said that, over the 10 years, we've done 114 nonprofit projects, had about 503 volunteers. Many of you have counted in that multiple times. About $1.75 million total in value, and an average of about $15,000 per project is what we've done over our 10 years in existence. So thank you to everyone that's helped with that. So with that, we're going to go through projects. Reset 360 is first, because some of their people have to leave right away, and then we're going to go through alphabetical order like we did before. So.
All right, everyone, so this is our website. We are so excited about it. We had a little hiccup here, but we inspected and adapted for all the activists out there, right? So we had intended this to be scrolling pictures. Now it's a carousel with banners. So let's see. We have a little donate button. Donation is very important. This really awesome banner right here that we whipped up this weekend. So thank you, UX. We have some fun facts. And then, oops. Then our programs. So these are all the different programs that Reset 360 is going to offer. Sorry, I don't know why I keep losing this. All right. Pardon? Okay. All right. I'm like, what's a mouse? Okay. Okay, here we go. So we have a few little social media links at the bottom. Still loading? Thinking about it, yeah. And so I'm not gonna go through the mobile view, but it's all, yeah, it's there, we promise. If you wanna check it out, feel free. I'm sorry. The team was great. We got even more functionality than we had anticipated, especially considering we stood this up from, scratch. I mean, I just think the team did a great job. Everyone that helped the team did a great job. We are so appreciative to everybody. We have this calendar of events now. We have a fillable form here. And that was a stretch goal. Like, we didn't think we were even going to get the fillable forms this weekend. So, just awesome work for everybody
We had
involved.
people coming from Cleveland. Love it.
So,
And then we started out with how many at the beginning? Like 6 or 8, and then they kept growing. And more of you guys just kept loving on us, and we just thank you so much. You guys are all definitely a godsend, and we just can't thank you enough. You're such a blessing. So thanks for sharing all of your love and being obedient to God's call. Thank you.
All right, so next up we have Camp Joy.
Just use charades.
No, hold your applause. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Okay. So, we'll give you a quick run through. When you have an organization that's been logged in, this organization could have multiple different sessions. So this would be, in each session would be when they're going to bring their people to come out. So we have a rock camp session right now, and they're part of this test organization. And what we can do is the person who is the contact for that organization can go in and add their own list of what we call signatories, which would be participants to come into the project. Then, once we've added all of the participants, they will get an email. The contact can say, I'm done creating my list of people. They click a button, and thanks to SendGrid, they will all get an email with a one-time token in it. And at the one-time token, they'll be able to actually fill out their own release form. It's secured so that no one can see anyone else's data once it's been submitted. Can't be overridden, and can only be submitted one time. So this is the release form here that you're looking at, and this mirrors exactly what their release form was on paper, and it includes support for multiple languages. The form has been localized, so I don't know, Reese, if you want to show that, or you can switch from English to Spanish. And we will localize one more time to Arabic as well, but the person can choose whatever they want. Then, like I said, once you submit it, we have some nice reporting on the back end for, just go back to the organization. So what this is, once we've submitted data for a particular user, you'll see all of the fields here will be filled out and sorted. So if you want to find out who has what dietary restrictions, you can put it there, and it's all over. So, in all, I think that we're, 100% there. There were some things that we also wanted to be able to accomplish. So I won't say we're less than 100%, but we have 120%, and we'll be there shortly. Don't worry. So I would ask for questions, but my time is up, as the screen says.
that, next up we have Good Neighbor House.
We're not making this demo up on the fly here, I swear.
Pre-recorded in Arizona, so they came on. This is what he's making. Yeah. You get it, looks like you get it, that's preferred.
48 hours.
We don't have a domain for this because it's going to be an internal app, so if you don't get a URL, you can go to it home. But you can remember it, so. What our project was we need to create a time tracking system for Good Neighbor House, so they've got all the volunteers. They spend a lot of time trying to reconcile all those punches and then get reports out for different audits and for different organizations that send their volunteers and to just do everything they need to do. So to simplify that process, we built them a kiosk and management application as well as a reconciliation system for their volunteers' hours. So, yeah. So the way the security works is they will log into the kiosk application like this.
It can be a while.
It's not.
The one you guys contract one?
I think I used hers in production.
I think I saved it to your computer.
Okay, well, you're going to see what the registration process looks like. So when they register an account, we're not going to let them log in for security measures because we don't want it publicly available. So people watch this. They have a much more impressive thing lined up, I swear. Why is my account in my account? And I dropped the wrong database, that's okay. Okay, so this is the system. So what we let them do is we let them create departments, which are the departments inside their organization. These are the departments that people will provide services to and services from. So they can go in there and they get in with them, nothing impressive about that. They can also create organizations. Organizations are the external organizations donating their volunteers to Good Neighbor House. So they can come in there and they can make those, again, nothing impressive. But then they can also come in and they can make volunteers. So the volunteers are potentially either groups of people like you and your family or immediate family will go together as a group. So we'll lump them together as one unit, or one-off people will come in and will have their full first and last name. We can also affiliate them with an organization. If they're a group, we mark them as a group. It lets you check in an entire group of people at once, so you don't need to time card in every single individual, which would be exhausting. You can indicate if they're paid, and then you can assign them to departments. So when they come in there, so all they need to remember, they being volunteer, is their username. So when they come in kiosk mode, they don't have to actually log in. They just need to provide their username, and they're going to go in. And then, as he was providing services to 2 different departments, he selects and he's punched in. And then at the end of the day, he punches out. Easy as that. For groups, they can put in the number of hours that they've worked, and that's about it. And then we're working on the reconciliation page. We had a hiccup with that, so that will be done post GiveCamp, but they can start using this tomorrow, and then we'll let them start generating some reports out of this.
All right, next up, my fave 5. It's not working, that's why I don't need a laptop.
Can you borrow the VGA adapter from everybody else? Thank you.
USB-C?
Yeah. It's just got everything in that bag. I can't have it. The laptop input on the screen.
No, this is St. Louis Arch. So yeah, we did, a lot of things, I don't know if anybody knows about the history of the St. Louis Arch. They started on both sides and came up. We met at the end. And when they actually finished, they were within 1 inch of actually being perfect, which is amazing. We had a mobile app, we had a mobile web app with web app, and this morning we were about this far along. We got to this far. About 99%. We had some cleanup. We do have some demo videos I'd like to show. The first one would be when you're a new user to the app coming in. We would be able to, this place couldn't figure out how to speed it up. Log in with your email and your password. And by the way, this is Flutter. This is a cross-platform toolkit. It's kind of like a game engine that runs an app on your phone. So everything runs at like 60 frames per second. It's really fast. It's pretty cool. But we had some relative inexperience with that on the team. One of our mobile devs is just like Flutter master. At best, it was an 80-20 effort between the 3 of us. Myself being in that 20. Sorry. But it was the only way we could have gotten this done. We couldn't have done 3 apps all in one weekend. So I'm happy with what we got this so far, and the tooling is pretty good. If you were to log in as an existing user, then you'd be presented with your faith files. You can go into them. You'd be able to tap on their icons, to call them, to email them, whatever, or text them. If you want to add a new one, you would type in somebody you trust, which is totally fiction. That person, you would get a share sheet, it sends a link to them. That person would tap on the link on their phone or in their email on their desktop or whatever. It would then launch the Faith 5 mobile web app, and they could create an account or log in, and then this is creating account flow. So they type in all their information, and this is so that if you're like a coach or a teacher and in the school and multiple students want you to be in their network, you don't have to just keep entering your information over and over and over again. So this is what you would be presented with, and then we have this almost working where we have a trigger back on the Firebase end that then sets up this relationship between the student and the adult and fires off a push notification to the student saying, hey, you're good to go. But if the student happened to be in the app while that happened, the screen would just refresh automatically. No having full refresh or anything. That's part of the real-time aspects of the Firebase. So again, we're like this close. And it's all due to these guys, and Jason and Mike both jumped in to help out over there. Big round of applause to them.
All right, next we have up Purple County Habitat for Humanity.
So, Tony and Rachel, I'll let you bring up the website so everybody can see. And while they're doing that, first of all, I want to thank everybody on the team. We had a phenomenal team. Eric got us off to a really great start with everybody. Brittany did phenomenal work on the WordPress and the visuals and that. And I should actually say that before that those guys, as well as David and Tim, also went and helped other teams. So they were double busy this weekend. Jason got our donation. That was the one thing I was struggling with an idea, and he got a great solution to it. So we got where we wanted to be, but thank you guys for all of that. So what we wanted was a website, has all the information that they need to get out there as well as get. You can scroll down, find out about the organization. At the top you can see you can go through any events they have coming up. So we have a little event thing where they can add their own events, so when they get to the point where the next build comes up, they'll be able to list it. They can have the announcement, the countdown till the next event. Getting involved, they have the option to get volunteers to download their forms so they can come and sign up and what have you. Also links out to the Restore, where if you aren't familiar with your local Restore, it is a phenomenal place to get materials. So please go over there. Guys, is there anything in particular you wanted to highlight?
It's everything we asked for.
Yeah, and I will say thank you to you guys. They came super prepared. They brought us lots of materials to work with, so thank you very much. But thank you mostly to the team. You guys were amazing.
Thank you.
Except for Matt, who's not here. He's
All right, so next up we have Special Olympics, Hamilton County.
original sites where we started. Maybe Bernard can show you a couple other pictures. And so, I mean, it was pretty good, you know. We had built that original site here at GiveCamp a few years ago, in fact, and it was all right, but we wanted to have some updates, and we wanted to have some improvements that would make it easier for our nonprofit to do things, and of course they had some cosmetic things that they wanted to do, and I lucked out and got a dream team, as I always seem to do, and we made something amazing happen. So if you want to show them the current one, this is what we have now. Give it just a moment. So this is one of the wonderful things that John put together for us, and you know, we had help from Tim Kelly, we had Bernard, of course our nonprofit made things really easy. We had Ellen this year. Who else was here? We had Brian Starr, and man, he just was rocking this year. So yeah, we just had all this great help. Bridget Shue's not here, but she also helped out with a lot of stuff, and we just came together and we hit every single one of the things that we wanted to hit on this, and I can't be more proud of this team. I honestly can't. So, and I don't know, did you want to say anything?
No, just thanks to everyone. I mean, this is fantastic. You know, that stat at the beginning that, you know, there's $17,000 per project, and I've built, you know, I've been in other organizations where we built websites, and I know how much it costs, and that's just, you know, resources, as you all know, are tight for nonprofits, and this is just great. It's not, you know, like Chris said, the old website was good. You guys built it a few years ago, but this one is just stellar, and it just really conveys our mission, and it gives us some functionality that we didn't have before in terms of email signups and things like that. So just thank you everyone for such a great job. Appreciate it.
And I do want to thank the team we had last time for, you know, having something for us to build on. It made it really a lot easier to get started and get going. So Charlie and Jim and all the people that worked on that last time, I really appreciate that.
That's great.
So next up we have Sunlight Village. You got PGA.
Yeah, which one do you want?
PGA.
I got a laptop that still works with things. All right. Okay, so obviously I like to start out rock stars, my team and my nonprofit for helping get content, get things prepared. Debugging and QA was amazing. We went through every single square inch of these pages and functionality this weekend to make sure everything was what they wanted and they understood how to use it. So this project started out as a very simple, we need to collect some participant forms, these paper forms, and turn them into some database collection. And it turned into about 3 or 4 different projects on top of that. So we started out having to first, this is a website we built for them 2 years ago here at GiveCamp. Looks pretty good. Problem is the domain lapsed and they lost connectivity to all of that information and stuff. The first project we have to do is recover all of this and get them set up on new accounts, new domain, new emails, the whole works. We managed to do that. And there were still some broken stuff from there. So our second project became, why don't we give the website a little bit of a facelift? Well, right here, get some new functionality, a few new things in here, as well as the original goal of collecting all of this stuff. So we went from this page here to a page that's a little more up to date. We added a little bit of a facelift to the front. We brought in some of the same features from the other ones, but a lot of cool new updated themes, stuff that they had purchased to make this site a little bit snazzier.
We added in a new organization to their venues to help get their point across to their people that they're trying to reach, to make sure they can find things easier, their services, their mission, make sure the message gets across. We added a new event calendar so they can really see what's going on out there in the community, so that people can come in here and eventually be able to volunteer even for some of these activities. Some nice sample data, but shows features like adding the calendar, countdowns, sharing it on Facebook, QR codes for check-ins even, things like that all come out of this. We added a blog so that they can get some news posts, some newsletters out to people so they can do this. We had to make sure the donations is fixed and working. Who doesn't like collecting money? So money is good. So we made sure everything was here. They even have the ability to hook it up to Amazon. So if you ever purchase things on Amazon, you can actually set it as your default charity, and actually a little portion of the purchase will go to their charity. And this was the website revamp. And then on top of that, we continued to stretch our goals, and we had a rockstar PM help implement Salesforce for them to collect all sorts of crazy amounts of information, not only the stuff that they asked for, but also the ability to collect donation information, fundraising campaign information, client information in general, on top of just patients and youth participants in their programs and other stuff. And not only did we collect the data, we gave them some nice fancy reporting, which you can see here in the dashboard when she goes in to log in to get her some of her stats so she can do things easier on a day-to-day basis. So we did all of this in one weekend. So
Now we have True Theater.
We came in this weekend, a storytelling show that produces quarterly with a website that didn't really tell our own story very well. It was blocky. It wasn't as inviting as we would have wanted it to be. We have a ton of great pictures of people emotionally speaking into a microphone and not really taking advantage of having all of that. Planning with our tech lead ahead of the weekend and working with this crack team and a couple of folks who couldn't be here today, we redesigned, we moved it to a different platform, and now we've got emotion the moment you hit the page. Of course, we're not going live this weekend. It was never our plan, so there's a lot of stand-in information here, but there's a lot of colors, a lot of pop, there's a lot of pictures. We wanted to show off our diversity, we wanted to show off the size of the crowds, and the fact that there's music at the events, that it's not just people talking, and I think we've gotten all the way there, except for what my teammate and I, True Theater teammate and I have to finish, which is plugging in all the specifics. But we got everything we came here for, and we couldn't be more thrilled. We just had a great weekend. I don't know if there's anything you want to particularly show off about challenge we overcame or anything. We've got 2.5 minutes, but we can give them back.
I would just say that I think we really wanted to give the site a way to, we wanted to prioritize things on the site. So one of the issues with the original site that they came into the weekend with was you hit the site and then you really wouldn't know what to do from there.
Too many options.
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of funnel them into, okay, so the first thing we really want to hit on is one, the emotion of the event and like the feeling of them and the experience. And then the second one was driving the users to the ability to buy tickets and find out when the event takes place. So yeah, but I think it really turned out really well. The True Theater guys really did come in and just had a ton of great vision. So it was just kind of awesome to work together. So.
And we got a show that's coming Thursday if anybody wants to come down. Give me a verbal. It's Memorial Ball. And the theme is anniversaries. Look, I got a minute and a half for my last word. The show's at Memorial Hall. We've got 5 people. I haven't done this since season 4, but I'm actually telling a story at this particular upcoming show. It's at 7:30. Tickets normally $25. Promo code TrueDave, all one word. $5 off. Right now, our old site is still live at shoetheater.com if you want to get tickets through there, as clunky as it is. And this would be a better place to come, but it's not. Thanks, and I could be happy to talk to you more about it after this. And for everybody who signed up on the mailing list sheet, I didn't get a chance to do that right here. So I'll take a picture of it and also email it, the picture, along with everybody who signed up on the list. So thanks. Look forward to keeping in touch with all of you.
Next up, we have Vivian Pickering. Yep.
It's been a long weekend.
Alrighty. So our nonprofit came to us to do a facelift on their existing website. And that was our plan for the weekend. They had an existing website that had been built 4 years ago here at GiveCamp. And they were in the process of doing some rebranding, and they wanted to work towards rebranding and give it a facelift. And then I'd say about 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, we were like, oh, why don't we just buy a new theme and start over? And so we did. So that was how we roll. And I was the one panicking the most. These two women were just like, oh, why not? Let's do it. Like, okay. And so we did. And so here is what we ended up with. A nice bright website with some colors popping out. We actually reworked their logo this weekend, like everything. Like, thanks to all the designers that were here to help us out. I think Max is still here. I don't know if Evan's still here. Like, anytime we get design feedback, people were willing to come, and these two women just like, they rolled with the punches. And so now they have this nice website where you can donate and volunteer. It's very prominent, so you can get there easily. I remember the first time I met Maria, she showed me the website, and I asked for her WordPress credentials. And before we left, at that very first meeting, I drug her donate button over to the side because it was buried like in the middle of her menu. And I was like, people, like, I don't even know how anybody knows how to donate. Your button's like way over here. She's like, yes, these are the kind of things we need. So I hope that it serves them well. I had a great team. We had a little bit of teaming issues in terms of actually getting people to come and stay, but that's all right. My two friends here, Spencer and Michaela, who did stay, were complete rock stars. This page right here, Spencer put a lot of his heart and soul into, so that this is Vivian, and then when you click here, it goes to PayPal, so you can donate. And that was very important to them, that they have a nice big donation page where people can come in and give money. And Michaela is like a CSS HTML rock star. As far as I'm concerned, CSS is the devil's work, and
I agree.
this is great. So we still have some content to add, but I think overall it worked well. So, yeah, if there's anything you two would like to add to
No,
this.
we just really appreciate it. I mean, our site that we received in 2015 was an incredible gift. It has served us so well, and now as we've been rebranding, this is an awesome opportunity for us to have a site that we're able to really grow into. As Sandy said, there's a lot of content that we need to add, a lot of things that we still are going to be working on in the next couple weeks, but it definitely is going to serve us very, very well for years to come as we're rebuilding and rebranding our organization. So we're very, very thankful, and we're very excited. And, you know, we were just balls to the wall, and it's live. It's just,
That was our theme for the weekend. Sorry if your children are here.
yeah, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. So we're really, really thankful and very excited. And yeah, we just wanted, you know, to somebody said the value that we just received in this weekend is really, you know, you put a dollar amount on it, but really for us, it's priceless. So we really appreciate everybody who organized, everybody on our team. You guys were rock stars and really appreciate it. So And to piggyback, because we didn't get our timer started again, so I don't know if really our time's up, but we are hosting a +1 luncheon on Thursday. So you can get some free lunch before you go to see the show. For anyone who's interested to come, we're just going to share about Revive, our program, what we're doing, how we're making an impact in the community, how you can get involved, and just keep you up to date. So we'd love to see you. There's information on our Facebook. It's not on our website yet, but there is a little icon at the bottom for Facebook, so you can easily find us. So, thank you.
Next up, we have Weggers and Gardens Foundation.
That's a good one. This is the old site. I did that foundation. I don't like ends. Well, I've got one of my hands. This is the old site. Weggers and Gardens Foundation. It's a nice site. It is really a beautiful place. It's a little dated. The site is. There's some functionality that's missing. There's some functionality that's really cool, though. Watch this. See that? See that? Wow. The best is yet to come. Look at that. I don't know how to do that. So, and the big thing is it was a roll your own kind of site. They couldn't update it. They had to have somebody update it for them if they needed changes. And there's some functionality that was missing, so they came to us. It's already been said many times already that
You're missing the end.
no, it's Linux. It's got to be a capital T. Oh, it's coming. So, yeah, there it is. There's the new site. Oh, it's really huge from down here. So, what they wanted was a site that kind of showed off the beauty of the gardens and also added some functionality. They could take donations, but it was kind of a clunky interface. People couldn't sign up for their events. They had a garden party. Do we have a garden party page? We do. Okay, all right. Sorry, inside joke. They have a garden party every year that people sign up for. They couldn't sign up on the website. They had to call them or send them an email. Same with their bus trips and things like that. So they wanted to be able to do that. We added some other functionality, like being able to sign up for their newsletter through MailChimp, which they couldn't do on their website. So some of these things that we added were being able to be able to sign up for their to join the foundation. There's just some basic things that they were not able to do, and they wanted to be able to do that, and they wanted to be able to make changes themselves. Now, we had a great team. We had Jim Chris, Tony Glass, Aaron Jenkins isn't here. We had help from Evan, and we had help from Chris, CSD. Good stuff, and the staff was very supportive. We ran into some issues yesterday with some server problems, and it made it look like maybe we weren't going to be able to get this done, and we were going to have to jump over onto Everly. Turned out that didn't have to happen because we sent Aaron home.
I'll tell him I said that. But just a lot of support. To say these guys are rock stars is just an understatement. And if the team was a rock star, then Jim Chris is Elvis. Also, Laura and Matt were here all weekend, and they were just great to work with. So it was just a great project, and you know, I just hope they get a lot of use out of it.
No, come see the gardens. Can you scroll down to the very bottom
Oh,
of the
yes,
last
yes. To the gardens.
So, come up to Dayton, visit the space. It's really a
Yeah,
breathtaking
it's really,
place.
really good.
We'd love to have you.
So,
Okay, we're done.
all right. Oh, I did.
Well, that brings us to the end of our presentations of projects for the weekend. I gotta say, well done, everyone. It's so cool to see all the hard work that can be done in one weekend. And I know that's what inspired me 9 years ago to start becoming part of this organization. I've only attended 8 of the past 10 years. There were some issues with a couple of them, but being that it is our 10th annual GiveCamp, it's not an anniversary, I keep getting called out for that, it's 10th annual GiveCamp, we do want to take just a few minutes to honor those who have been here, or to at least say thank you to those who created this foundation, who've been here 10 years running, keeping this going for us. So those of you who have been here 10 years, please come down here for a moment. We've got Eric. Mr. Matt Brewer has been here 10 years. And there's one person who's been here 10 years, not an organizer, but she has been here every year since this has started, and that is Ellen. Please come forward. We're going to get a picture of you guys here real quick. Tim, take that picture, and while he's doing that, I just want to say, you know, get out of the way, first of all. Get a picture. Thank you all so much for what you started with. 10 years on those 4, but I know I see faces out there that have been here since I've been coming 8 years ago too. So please continue to come back and help us do this fantastic thing that we get to do for the nonprofits. Organizers put some time in ahead of time, but it's what happens here. Hands on the keyboards, hands on the whiteboards that make things happen for us every year. So thank you all for your continued support and coming back. With that, we're going to talk about some sponsors here in a moment, but I do want to make a plea, and I'm sure Eric's got a deck for this too. We're always looking for people to help. Organizers, help us plan things during the year. If you have some interest in doing that, if you have interest in being a team lead again next year, please talk to us, and we'll do what we can to help set you up for success. So with that, I hand it back to Eric.
So final review. Reiterate, thank you for our sponsors, which is how we can do this, how we can put all this on, how we can feed you till you're stuffed all weekend. And also, one of the sponsors this year was Kings Island, so we promised the other Kings Island drawing would be at the closing ceremonies. Mike has the other Kings Island name drawings.
Oh, I don't know.
Dennis Harper.
So in addition, we want to thank Miami for the great facility that we have, and Pay It Forward for helping us do this event, and having us have our nonprofit status. And finally, as Jason mentioned, we're entering our 2nd decade now, and we need your help. We need additional organizers. Our organizer numbers have fallen down some of us done it for a long time. We need new and fresh ideas to make this better and keep things going for many years to come. And also, obviously, you always need sponsors, and please come volunteer again, tell your friends, come back. So with that, thank you for the weekend. Here's the contact information in case anybody needs it to pass it along. But thank you, everybody. Go gather up your stuff outside, the food, if anybody wants to